there, how are you? Welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I want to discuss with you marketing metrics. I know that you must have encountered marketing metrics on a weekly, if not on a daily basis from all kinds of marketing reports, and you may be wondering what some of those metrics actually mean and how are they calculated. In this video, I want to demystify for you what are actually marketing metrics, where can you find them, and what are the most common ones. And if you want to learn about Instagram metrics, make sure to stay until the end. Alright, so what are marketing metrics? Marketing metrics are values that you encounter in a form of percentages or numbers. Marketing metrics help you understand and evaluate your marketing efforts. And there are marketing metrics that are used universally across all the platforms, but there are also platform-specific metrics. The first metric is an easy one. It's the number of followers, visitors, and subscribers. So this is a universal metric that we see on the website if we talk about new and existing visitors. On social media, you have followers. If you have been sending out newsletters, then you know you have subscribers to your newsletters. And on YouTube, you might have existing and new subscribers. Do you know what type of device is your audience using when they're visiting your website? You can find this information in Google Analytics and look at the device type. If you notice that many of your website visitors are using desktop as well as mobile, then you have to test your website and see if it renders well in mobile view. Another metric that you encounter in Google Analytics is total visits. Did you notice that there is a spike of total visits when you're posting new content online? The total visits to your website metric is very useful when you're running new marketing campaigns. If the number of total visits is rising, then more and more people are coming to your website thanks to that campaign. This is also a great metric to evaluate if your content strategy is performing well, as well as your SEO strategy. The next metric is session. Alright, so what is a session? A session begins when a user arrives to your website. They might interact with your website by clicking on one or two or maybe 3 pages, and this session ends when the user exits your website. Another metric related to your website is pages per session. This is a great metric if you want to evaluate how is your website visitor engaging with your website. Here is the formula for this metric. Pages per session is calculated by taking the number of pages visited and dividing them by the number of sessions. Bounce rate is another great metric. You want to keep bounce rate as low as possible, because if your bounce rate is high, it means your website visitor arrived to your website and left right away. A high bounce rate is an indicator that for some reason the expectations of the website visitor were not met. One of my favorite metrics is click-through rate. Click-through rate means that the audience has taken the action you wanted them to take. For example, on your website, you may have call to action buttons that say learn more or purchase. In your newsletter, it might be a register now button. And on YouTube, a click-through rate is when somebody sees your video and clicks on it to watch it. Here is the formula for the click-through rate. Take the total number of clicks, divide them by the total number of impressions, and multiply by 100. And the goal of any marketing campaign is conversion. So let's look at conversion rate. Conversion is the ultimate goal you want your audience to take. Book a yoga class with you or make a purchase. A conversion rate represents the percentage of the audience who took that ultimate action you wanted them to take. The conversion rate formula goes as follows. Take the number of conversions and divide them by the number of clicks or visitors. Then multiply it by 100. If you are investing a lot of money into marketing and this is how you want to generate new customers, you definitely want to know what is the customer acquisition cost for your business. So how can you calculate customer acquisition cost? Let's say in January, your total costs were 200 euros on sales and advertising and you gained 4 new clients. This means you paid 50 euros to acquire each client. The way you calculate customer acquisition cost is that you take the total sales and marketing costs from a specific period and you divide this number by the number of acquired customers from that same period. Another metric for your business is number of leads. Managing your leads is easy if you have a CRM, a customer relationship management tool, such as HubSpot or Salesforce. But tracking your leads manually can also be an option, for example, in Microsoft Excel. Keeping notes of the leads helps you understand the effectiveness of your marketing efforts. The same applies to managing your customer information. You can either do it manually or with a software. Tracking the number of customers you are generating per month can also help you predict how much revenue you will be generating that year. And another important metric is lead to customer. Understanding how many leads convert into customers can help you evaluate many business processes and find the answers to the questions such as, am I nurturing my leads enough before selling to them? Am I attracting the right audience? Am I communicating the right message to my audience? And what strategies can I use to warm up my leads and sell to them quicker? Alright, now let's talk about all types of engagement. Each online platform has its own ways of measuring how your audience is engaging with your content. The content you share can receive different types of engagement. If it's a recipe, it might be saved for later. If it's a funny meme or quote, it can be shared or retweeted. If it's a question, you might receive many comments. So let's see what are the engagement rates per platform. On Instagram, you have impressions, reach, profile visit, follow, save, share, like, comment. On LinkedIn, you have impressions, reactions, like, share, comment, and mention. On YouTube, you might be interested in views, impressions, click-through rate, average view duration, likes, new subscribers, and comments. If you're sending out newsletters, you might want to analyze open rate, click-through rate, number of forwards, unsubscribe, and bounce rate. If you find this information useful, then please feel free to hit the like button and subscribe if you haven't done that yet. And now finally, let's discuss Instagram metrics. So the basic Instagram metrics are the following: current number of followers, likes, comments, shares, and saves. So you might be familiar with these metrics, but if you have been digging also deeper into the insights, you might have noticed there are 3 major reports. Let's go through them one by one. The first report is the discovery report. So if you have been wondering how many people have seen your content and where did they discover that content, this is the report for you. Here are 4 metrics that I would like to highlight. Number of followers will tell you how many followers you currently have. Follows indicate how many accounts started following you after seeing your post. Reach will indicate how many many unique accounts have seen your post, and impressions will tell you how many times was this post seen. So there are two actions people can take when they are engaging with your account, and these actions you can find in the interactions report. So first is profile visits. It will give you the number of times your Instagram profile was viewed, and website clicks is an indicator as to how many times your website link was clicked in your profile. And the last report is the audience report. So you have follows and unfollows. This is an indicator of how many accounts are following you and how many have unfollowed you. Top locations will give you an insight into what cities and countries your followers are from. You can understand your followers' demographics by looking at the age range and gender. If you have been wondering when are your followers the most active and what is the best time to share your content, then take a look at the most active times metric. If you want to dig deeper to understand what is the best day and hour when you should be sharing your content, you can look at the most active hours and days metric. Alright, so this is it for today. I know this was a lot of metrics, a lot of information, but congrats on powering through and staying until the end. I really appreciate your attention. If you have other marketing metrics that you want to understand better, list them down below and I will make sure to prepare another video for you. Thank you for your attention. I hope you have an amazing day and